I want to go over with you the new method for doing slideshows in TommieMedia, but first we have to talk about an issue that seems to be continually coming up, and that is naming of files properly. Now, in the new method for doing slideshows, all the images will be posted to the media library on TommieMedia, and so it's extremely important that we name them correctly with the naming conventions that we've had all along. And that would be the date with the year, month, and day in that order, 2 digits each. And then an underscore, the name of the project, and then an underscore and a sequential number. Now there's ways to do this in batch method, and I'll show you that first. We're going to do it in Adobe Bridge. Bridge is a photo handling utility that allows you to look at and choose and edit photos, and it has a batch numbering or naming system. So I'm going to go to my desktop here, and I have a folder in here for the Tommie Fest, and I can open it up and see all the images in here. Okay. Now, you notice they're loading slowly. This is another thing we're going to talk about, and that is making sure our images are not too big for what we want to do with them. Alright, so now we can do, I have a caption file in here too. Now we can do a batch rename, and what you do is you select all of these. Just hold the shift key and select them all. Let's see here. We don't want the captions checked. And then you go up to Tools, Batch Rename, and rename in the same folder the date, year, month, day, the text, and in this case it's going to be Tommie Fest, and then the sequential number. You can use 2 or 3, but make sure you start at 1, okay? Like that, okay? And just go rename, and boom, they're all renamed. And they're all named in order. I said rename the captions too, that's okay. Alright? So that's the style we want to do that, and that's going to help us then when we have to deal with a lot of pictures in the media library. Now the second thing we want to do before we upload them is make sure that they are not too big. And I'm going to show you a technique for doing that in Photoshop. Again, we can click these and open with Photoshop. Oops, not going to let me do that. We'll just drag them to Photoshop here. And see, it's not letting me do the caption file. Alright, we'll just do it this way. Go to Photoshop, open, and just open our images like that. Okay. Obviously, you can see it would be a lot easier if you don't have a text file in there with your other things. Now, all of these images that we're opening are pretty big. Okay, if you look at them here, you'll see that they're 5100. So these are basically the raw sizes from the digital camera. So what we want to do is resize them, and we're going to do it by first creating an action. Now this is the actions menu here, and I already have one named resize. I'm going to delete it and make a new one. And so you're going to go up to the little pull down to new action. You only have to do this once, okay? And we'll call it resize. And click record. And once you start recording, you don't have to hurry or anything. It only records your actions. We're going to go to the image folder, to image size, and we're going to set the width at 1000. So this is going to reset it to a comfortable size. You're going to get a much smaller file size it's going to go down to 51 megabytes for the JPEG size, and that's what you want. And then you click OK, and then we're going to add one more thing, and that's save maximum, and then we're done. Okay, and then we can stop recording, and now that function resize is set for us for our other ones. So I'm going to close this file, and we'll go to the next one. We click resize and the play button and close the file. Same thing here, resize, play button, close the file. Resize, play button, close the file. Now obviously when you do that, okay, we lost our bridge there. Obviously when you do that, you want to make sure that you're not doing this to your originals, that you have originals saved somewhere and then you make copies of them to upload. Okay, so now we're done with Photoshop. Let's go to the TommieMedia site and I'll show you how to mount a slideshow. It's really pretty easy. We'll open the TM site and then we'll also sign on down here to the admin. Go down to the bottom to log into TommieMedia. Okay, and you're going to go to your post, and we'll find the TommieFest post here. Right now we've got the embed code for the slideshow, so I'm going to delete that. And first, before you put in your images, you have to add a little bit of code. So you want to be on the text tab here, hit yourself a return, and you're going to type in this code, div, and then id equals gallery, like that. And then a closing tag, and then right between those two tags is where you're going to put your gallery. Now you go to the media, or we go up here to the add media button and click create gallery, and we're going to upload our images. Go to our TommieFest folder and we'll upload these images. Okay, and once they're uploaded, then you can go in and do some editing. One thing we want to do is delete the title and put in our captions, and they have to go in the caption area. So if it comes up in description here, then you move it to the caption box. So I've got my text file here that I'll open. I had to download these from Slideshow Pro, so I'm going to be opening them here. And so I've got the first one here, the artist sketching. I'll copy that, paste it into the caption area, like that. And we'll go to the next one, Chastity Brown, get rid of the title, and load in hers. Now, if you put these in the description area in Photoshop, as we've been doing, it will pop up in the description area here as well, and then you just move it to the caption area. And we'll go here and do the same thing, remove the title and add the caption. Student enjoys free food, like that. I'll go to the next one, remove the title, and student shows off her painted arm. The wall climbing Spider-Man, we'll get that one next. Like so. And then finally the rogues here. Oh, looks like I've already got a caption in here. Let's see, make sure this one's right. Ah, okay. So we'll get the right caption in the right place. Always pays to double check your work. Okay. And then we'll get the right caption in the artist here. Okay, always take a moment to check your work. Alright, and then we go create new gallery. There's our gallery. And then we insert the gallery, and this is what comes up as a short code right here. So I'm going to update the file, and then we'll view post, and up it'll come. And you can see we have the slideshow there. It looks real nice. I'm going to build in some more space underneath it. You have to click the info button to see the captions. I'm working on that too, to see that they can get to come up automatically, but this will allow us to post slideshows. But remember, you've got to set up your files correctly, or we're going to have a lot of issues before we're done.